it's Laynie and welcome to my channel. I am so excited for today's video. If you watched my last video, you heard that I want to kind of switch things up on my channel and be more interactive with you guys and get out there and do some different things. So today we are doing that. First of all, we are going to talk all things eyebrows, but you're actually going to go along with me to get my eyebrows threaded. Yes, we are going on a road trip in this video. I'm super excited about it. Before we start today's video, I have to do my question of the day. Today's question of the day is, are you a natural brow kind of gal or more of a perfected kind of brow gal? Leave it in the comments down below. I love hearing from you guys. Now let's just start today's video. Before I show you how I get here with my brows, I want to chat about brows. So I get asked all the time, oh my gosh, how do you do your eyebrows? Or people say, oh, I wish I knew how to do my eyebrows. So I really feel like getting down to the basics is so important when it comes to something like eyebrows, because I really feel like they're a staple in not only your face, but in your makeup routine. Brows can really change up the entire look. And I don't think brows have to be intimidating. There's many ways to get really, really great looking brows. First of all, I highly recommend threading, and that's why I'm going to show it to you guys. I seriously feel like my brows have never been better than when I started threading them years ago. Little funny story. I went with my best friend Regina the first time to get our brows done. We went to the mall when we were in college because we had always seen people getting their brows threaded, and we were like, you know, that's interesting. I had never had my brows waxed. My friend Regina always had her brows waxed, but she would have terrible reactions to the wax and be red for like 2 days afterwards. So we were like, you know what? Let's try this threading thing. My friend went first and her face was so red during the process. When she got done, I was like, how was it? Did it hurt? She's like, oh, you'll see. And I won't lie to you guys, I won't sugarcoat it. The first time you get your brows threaded, it is incredibly painful, in my opinion. My pain tolerance is not good. So in my opinion, it is extremely painful the first time. Like the entire time I was getting it done, I was literally like, please let it in, please. It makes your eyes water. It always makes me feel like I want to sneeze. But honestly, it's like after that, I don't know why, but after that, it doesn't hurt anymore. It's just like the first time. I don't know if it's just because it's such a different feeling than we're used to. But after the first time, you are golden. Once you get through it, just power through the first one and then you will be good. The next thing is, I think brow products can be so overwhelming. There are so many on the market, you guys. There's a lot. I think that's what kind of scares people too. They don't know what products to use. It really just depends on what you like. And it's going to have to be trial and error to find out what you like for your brow type, your brow hair, your makeup routine. You're going to have to kind of test the waters and see what you enjoy doing. I kind of like to jump here and there. Sometimes I have thinner brows, sometimes I have thicker brows, sometimes I do natural brows, sometimes I do full-on fleeky brows. I think the first thing that most people are the most comfortable with, or at least know or familiar with, is a brow pencil. When it comes to brow pencils, you just want to find one that walks a fine line between being creamy and firm. This is the Believe Beauty from Dollar General. I don't mind it, but it's not my favorite. It's very, very creamy. If this is your first time, it could be a little bit too messy and you could get overwhelmed and you could decide to never try again. A brow pencil that I like more that is very affordable, e.l.f. Cosmetics brow pencils. They are so good. They have the $2 one that is a little bit on the chubbier side. I'll put it up here for you guys. They also have a new one that is on the thinner side. I think e.l.f. makes great brow products. You will see that in this video actually. It's what I'm using today. Another product that I feel like can be scary, but if you want a quick natural brow, I think it's great. Brow gel, a colored brow gel. If you want full-on natural, do a clear brow gel. For people who have naturally full brows, a clear gel can do exactly what you need. It can kind of fluff them up, shape them up without having to do anything else. For me, I feel like my brows are still sparse enough that clear brow gel isn't going to give me the brows I want with just that. But a colored brow gel will. This is the Believe Beauty Brow Gel. $4 and I'm obsessed with it. The brush itself is a great size. Some brow gels give you way too chubby of a brush and you cannot get it into your brow without getting product all over the place. I love this because it's a tapered brush, so I use the outer edge to fill in basically 3/4 of my brow pretty fully, and then since I've used up most of the product on the little spoolie, I can then fluff up the front, and honestly, I have been doing this a lot, especially in the summertime. It's just so easy. Then the other product is a brow pomade. I think these can be a little bit more difficult for beginners, but I don't think it has to be overwhelming or scary. I actually really like using a pomade. It kind of gives you the fill-in of a pencil, but the fullness of a brow gel and kind of the hold of a brow gel. This is the e.l.f. one. This is their lock-on liner and brow cream. I really, really like this, but something to think of is if you purchase this product, you're going to need to have a brush to use it with. For me, the brushes I have to have in my collection are this brush right here or something like it. This is actually an eyeliner brush. I love it because it comes to a very thin edge here. I can really use it to get a nice sharp line, create hair-like strokes. A winged liner brush actually works really well for your brows if you're using something like this potted brow product. Also, something that's nice to have is some type of spoolie. A lot of pencils actually come with a spoolie end, so if you don't want to buy one, buy a pencil, keep the spoolie end. And then some type of brush for concealer, carving out the brows if you want that really, really perfected look. I love the Morphe MB10 because it has a nice point that I can really define the brows. So those are kind of the products that are out there, some of the tools I would recommend. But like I said, it's really going to be trial and error to figure out what works for you. I will link products down below that I really like, that I would recommend. If you have any questions, let me know down below. Now let's go get my brows done and apply some brow products. But it's the best way to get them done.
Thank you.
How's your day going? I needed this done badly.
Long time done.
Yes. So I always start, I kind of like to define my shape first. Try not to pick up too much product. You can always add more. And I kind of use little swiping motions to create my line, so I don't just have a harsh, heavy ink pen-like line. I take my brush and I actually drag it on the edge, both sides, to keep it from getting too gloopy or bumpy on the end. So now that I've kind of defined my bottom line where I want it, now I'm going to start on the top. Again, doing the little short swiping motions. Then I start filling in the tail of the brow, the outer half. I personally like to make my brow a little bit heavier, a little bit fuller, a little more filled in on the, basically, I'd say 3/4 of the brow actually. And then, now that we've got most product off of the brush, that's when I start doing this inner fourth of the brow to keep it from getting too heavy here in the front. I just make little hair-like strokes following the hair pattern of my eyebrow. And then I'll pick up a little bit more product, just a little bit, and really clean off the brush because I don't want it to be too heavy. Turning the brush where the point is down, and I use it just like a little paintbrush. Then the next step, if you want, is to take some concealer. I put a little on the back of my hand. I love this MB110 brush from Morphe because it has a bit of a point. Pick up that concealer and then carve out the brow. This is what really perfects it. I don't do this every day. This is more for when I really want my brows to look on fleek. This really does make a difference. And then I also enjoy the M173 by Morphe to then go in and drag down that concealer because we don't want it to look painted on or heavy. That concealer has truly made the brow look ultra perfected. Look at how much more filled in this brow looks now versus like 10 seconds ago. I am going to go ahead and finish my face and then we'll chat some more. I really hope you guys enjoyed doing a little field trip here on my channel. I think it's so fun to get out and about with you guys and share these little extra bits of my life with you. I seriously can't speak highly enough of threading. I think it is the best way to get your eyebrows done. Now, if you're going to get eyebrow threading, then pick somewhere that you can find reviews on or word of mouth through a friend or someone you know who goes there. I personally have used the Siva brand pretty often at several different locations and I've always had really good luck with them, and it's $8 at my local Walmart. So it's so affordable, it's so convenient. I haven't been to all of them, of course, but I've had really good luck at Siva. I think most malls have an eyebrow threading station there, and I think most medium or large sized cities have some type of brow threading business somewhere in town. I think it is truly the best way to get the brows you want. My skin does not get irritated from it. I've never had my brows waxed, but I know so many people whose skin gets really, really irritated from the wax. I seriously love getting my brows threaded, and they have never looked better. And I usually wait too long in between, to be real with you guys. And then afterwards I'm just like, I feel like a new person. There's nothing better than fresh brows, I tell you what. Then the last little piece of advice I have about threading is if you find someone who does them exactly how you like, keep going to them. Nita is the one in the video and I always go to her. I always get my brows done by her because I trust her and I know she does such a good job. So I think that's important. If you can try different people when you first go there, find the one that you mesh with that knows what you want your brows to look like and keep going back to that one. Also, don't be afraid to speak your mind. I used to get my brows thinner and then I realized, you know what, I kind of like how I look with a little bit thicker brows. So I just said, hey, can we keep it a little thicker? And now, She does exactly what I want. She listens to me and she gives me brows that I really, really enjoy. So don't be afraid to speak your mind. If you want thinner, you want fuller, just let them know. But yeah, guys, that is everything. I hope you enjoyed this video. I'm really excited to try some new content here on my channel and also try more of these field trip videos, but also back to basics video and kind of breaking it down. I think sometimes I forget that not everybody's like me and watches a ton of YouTube. So I want to break things down for people because I have so many people who I work with, friends, family, who are always asking me questions because they are needing basic advice because they don't have time or the interest to watch YouTube like I do and hear about all of these things. So if you like the idea of going back to basics in some of my videos, then give this video a thumbs up or comment down below. I love hearing from you guys and I really appreciate your feedback. Today's shout out of the day is Crystal Leak. She commented on my iconic London Prep Set Glow video and said, I love Low Low Highlight, but I haven't found one that works well with my textured cheeks. That's a tongue twister. Crystal, thank you so much for sharing your concern with me in the comment. I seriously think you would love this highlighter and it's so affordable. In my opinion, it's worth the risk. It is such a finely milled highlighter that I think it would work on textured skin. I feel like I have textured skin and it works for me and it is the most beautiful highlight. This is the Wet n Wild Mega Glow and I'm So Lit, and it's one that won't break the bank if you don't like it, and if you go to the right place to get it, you could definitely return it if you don't like it. But thank you so much for being a part of the Lash fam and for commenting on my video. I seriously love when you leave comments, when you leave feedback, when you leave little bits of your life with me. Thank you so much, Crystal. I'm so glad that you are here. That is everything. If you haven't subscribed, click the subscribe button. I would love, love, love for you to join the Lash family. Really, I would. Make sure you follow me on Instagram. And as always, please try to stay positive because at the end of the day, that is truly all we can try to do. Thank you so much for watching. Have a wonderful day.